Have you ever felt like your dog is seeing something you can't? Or maybe hearing something that, to you, is completely silent? It might sound like something out of a movie, but science proves that dogs perceive the world in ways we simply can't. And what if I told you that understanding this could completely change the way you see your dog? Dogs have incredibly sharp senses. They can see in the dark, detect sounds at frequencies we can't hear, and even pick up on subtle changes in our energy and emotions. But how does this affect your relationship? And how can you tell when your dog is trying to communicate something important? Stick around until the end, and I'll reveal the most powerful sign that your dog truly trusts and connects with you. Vision beyond ours. A dog's vision is one of the most fascinating aspects of their perception. Unlike humans who have trichromatic vision and can see a wide range of colors, dogs have dichromatic vision, meaning they mainly perceive shades of blue and yellow. This might seem like a limitation, but in reality, their ability to detect movement and see in the dark is far superior to ours. Thanks to a special structure in their eyes called the tapetum lucidum, dogs can reflect and amplify the available light, allowing them to see efficiently even in low light conditions. This explains why your dog might notice something you don't, like a small movement in a dark corner or a subtle reflection that escapes your eyes. Additionally, dogs are highly sensitive to changes in brightness and shadows. Small movements, like a curtain gently swaying in the wind, can grab their attention and make them react as if something is there. Have you ever noticed your dog staring intently at an empty spot in the house? It could be that they've seen a shadow shift in an unusual way, or a reflection you didn't notice. Another surprising visual ability dogs have is their superior motion detection. While humans rely on details and colors to recognize objects, dogs depend more on movement. This explains why they react instantly to anything moving around them, whether it's a tiny insect on the floor or a distant figure passing by. Many dog owners report their pets staring at nothing or fixating on something invisible to us. In some cases, this is simply a natural reaction to how their vision works. However, there are also stories of dogs appearing to sense unseen presences. While science doesn't have a definitive explanation for this, we do know that dogs are incredibly sensitive to any environmental changes. Dogs can also read human faces in a unique way. While we focus on the eyes to interpret emotions, dogs take in the full picture, facial expressions, body posture, and even breathing patterns. This heightened perception allows them to read our feelings and intentions better than we might think. Lastly, some dogs seem to predict events just by observing visual patterns in their surroundings. Studies suggest they can detect subtle shifts in our facial expressions before we're even aware of our own emotions. This means your dog might understand that you're feeling sad or anxious before you consciously recognize it yourself. So if your dog often stares at something you can't see or reacts to invisible stimuli, it could be because their sharp vision is picking up on something your eyes simply aren't designed to detect. Super sensitive hearing. If a dog's vision is already impressive, their hearing is even more fascinating. Unlike humans who can hear frequencies between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz, dogs can detect sounds up to 65,000 Hz. This means they pick up a range of sounds that are completely inaudible to us. This heightened hearing ability allows them to perceive sounds from great distances. Have you ever noticed your dog becoming alert long before you realize someone is approaching your house? That's because they can hear footsteps and even recognize the sound of a family member's car engine from blocks away. In addition, dogs have special ear muscles that let them move their ears independently. This helps them direct their hearing and pinpoint specific sounds in their environment. If you've ever seen your dog tilt their head or quickly shift their ears, they're likely trying to locate the source of a sound you can't even hear. Another fascinating fact is that dogs can distinguish different types of sounds and associate them with emotions and situations. They can tell the difference between a happy tone of voice and an irritated one, even if the words being spoken are the same. That's why your dog may react differently depending on how you speak to them. Some dogs show signs of alertness even when there's nothing visible around. This could be a sign that they're picking up on high-frequency sounds, such as those emitted by electronic devices, mechanical vibrations, or even underground noises that we can't detect. There have even been reports of dogs acting strangely moments before earthquakes. Researchers believe they may be able to hear small cracks and vibrations in the ground that occur before the tremor. This showcases just how advanced their hearing perception truly is. So if your dog suddenly starts barking or getting restless for no apparent reason, they might be hearing something you can't. They could be picking up on distant noises, high-pitched sounds, or even subtle environmental changes. A dog's hearing doesn't just help them survive, it also strengthens their bond with humans. Your dog can recognize your voice among many others and even distinguish your footsteps from a stranger's, ensuring they always know when you're nearby. And speaking of sensing things before others, if you're enjoying this video and want to keep learning more about the incredible world of dogs, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. That way, YouTube knows you want more content like this and will keep showing you videos to help you better understand your best friend. The incredible perception of emotions. Dogs are experts at reading human emotions. They don't need words to understand how we feel. They can interpret our mood just by listening to our tone of voice, observing our facial expressions, and even sensing our scent. Studies show that when we're stressed or anxious, our bodies release hormones like cortisol, and dogs can actually smell these changes. This ability makes many dogs instinctively react when they sense their owner is going through a tough time. If you've ever noticed your dog coming closer to you when you're feeling sad or unwell, know that it's not just a coincidence. They are sensing your emotions and want to comfort you. Many dogs even change their behavior, becoming gentler and more affectionate when they realize their owner is upset. Dogs are also great at detecting behavioral patterns. If your breathing speeds up or your tone of voice changes whenever you're stressed, your dog will quickly learn to associate these signals with your emotional state. Many dogs are even trained to detect medical conditions, such as low blood sugar in diabetics or epileptic seizures. They can sense subtle changes in the human body before a person even feels the first symptoms. So, if your dog seems to know when you need company before you even realize it, you can be sure they're picking up on information that's invisible to us. The emotional connection between humans and dogs goes beyond what we can explain. Your dog understands you on a level that few people can, which is one of the many reasons they're known as man's best friend. And if you want to deepen your understanding of your dog and strengthen this special bond, check out the training course in the description. It can completely transform the way you and your dog communicate. If your dog does at least 3 of these behaviors, congratulations! You share a deep connection and they perceive the world in a truly unique way. Oh, and before you go, there's another video on the screen that will reveal even more secrets about canine behavior. See you there!